Good morning. Will everyone take your seats, please? Welcome to the doctoral footing ceremony for the class of 2020 and 2021 of Northern Illinois University. We are delighted that you are here to celebrate with us. Please welcome the members of the platform party, which include the 13th President of Northern Illinois University, Lisa Freeman, Executive Vice President and Provost, Beth Ingram, Board of Trustee Member, Eric Wazowitz, Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and Chief Diversity Officer, Interim Chief Human Resources Officer, Bernice Edgehill Walden, Dean of the Graduate School, Bradley Bond, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Robert Brinkman, Dean of the College of Education, Lori Ellish Piper, Dean of the College of Visual and Performing Arts, Paul Castle, Interim Dean of the College of Health and Human Sciences, Beverly Henry. The reader is Matthew Swan from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. Northern Illinois University is proud to present the doctoral graduates of the class of 2020 and 2021. Doctors, please stand and wave at your family, your friends, your faculty members, and mentors. You did it. We will now have the presentation of colors and the playing of the national anthem. The colors are being presented by the American Legion Post 66 Color Guard. Please rise as you are able.
Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Beth Ingram, and I serve as the Executive Vice President and Provost for Northern Illinois University. I am deeply honored to welcome you to Class of 2020 and 2021 Doctoral Hooding Ceremony for Northern Illinois University. This is a day of great significance for our graduates and their families and friends. I am delighted that you are all here to celebrate with us. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the 13th President of Northern Illinois University, Dr. Lisa Freeman.
Graduates, family, faculty, and friends, on behalf of the entire NIU community, please accept my sincere congratulations on a job well done. For many of you, this day comes at the end of a very long journey. Many of you have completed these degrees one class at a time, and nearly all of you have balanced the demands of your studies with work and family obligations. Every graduating class has its share of struggles and challenges, but few have been through as much as this class. I salute you for your perseverance, for your tenacity, and your patience. Together, we navigated a most unusual and very difficult time. But by being true to our values and maintaining focus on our goals, we have arrived at this day. This wonderful day of celebration. For that, I congratulate you, and I thank you for letting us be part of your triumphs and your lives. Of course, no one arrives at this place without a great deal of hard work. No one gets here without having made sacrifices, and no one walks across this stage alone. Each and every one of you accept your degrees on behalf of all those in your lives who have helped to make this day possible. Please join me in a warm round of applause for the parents, spouses, guardians, children, extended family members, and mentors who have supported you in the endeavor we celebrate here today. And for our graduate students, this growth and success has been supported in particular by the extraordinary members of NIU's faculty. Let's acknowledge them with a round of applause. I find myself continually in awe of our students. You are smart, hardworking, and talented. You are committed to academic success, to service, to your communities, and to each other. During your time at NIU, you have engaged in impactful research and artistry, you have traveled the world, and let's hope you'll be able to continue to travel soon. You've generously volunteered your time, and we know that our graduates today will change the world. You will help us to better understand the changing world. In many cases, you've already begun that journey. Graduates, congratulations. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors. You will be great. We are honored. Yeah, we can applaud one more time, Provost, absolutely. It's been a long, strange trip, a long road here, and there is no limit on rounds of applause today. We are honored to have with us today a member of NIU's Board of Trustees, Eric Wazowitz. Trustee Wazowitz.
Isn't this an awesome day? We've been through awful, and now it's time to celebrate. I'm Eric Wazowitz. I'm the Vice Chair of Northern Illinois University, and I'm also an alum, former teacher, and maybe most importantly, a donor. Once you get settled, we will be talking to you about how you can give back to the university with your time or money, but that's for later. Let's talk about today. The great educational psychologist Jean Piaget once said, "The principal goal of education in the schools should be creating women and men who are capable of doing new things, not simply repeating what other generations have done." I would also add that it is just as important to be a critical thinker, especially with the issues that are facing our country and our world now and in the future. As a trustee and a graduate of this institution, it is my sincere wish that the education you received here at NIU has prepared you to do just that. Advances are not made by those who march in lockstep with previous generations. Rather, it is those who use their knowledge and their passion to develop new ideas to take us in new directions. Perhaps one of you will better prepare us to battle future pandemics. Maybe one of you will create something that makes the internet seem as quaint as a set of encyclopedias, of which, by the way, during the Zoom days, I've set up encyclopedias behind me. Not sure why, but it just looks better. Possibly, through your artistic endeavors, one of you will provide new insights into the human condition that help bridge the gaps that divide us now. The possibilities are endless, and that is what is exciting. While all of us are gathered here today to admire you for the knowledge you have gained, what truly excites us is the thought of how you will use that knowledge in the years ahead. So, my fellow Huskies, I urge you to be bold, be creative, ambitious. In short, go out and make yourselves and us proud. Congratulations on earning your degree, and best of luck to you with the rest of your journey. Congratulations. Beth?
Thank you, Trustee Wazowitz. We will now confer degrees as earned and specified. Will the candidates for doctoral degrees please rise? Yeah. President Freeman, Upon the nomination of the graduate faculty and the Dean of the Graduate School, I present to you the degree candidates who have fulfilled the requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy, the Doctor of Education, the Doctor of Audiology, the Doctor of Physical Therapy, and the Doctor of Nursing Practice upon the students who have met the requirements to receive those degrees.
By the authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees of Northern Illinois University, I formally confer upon each of you, together with your colleagues in absentia, the doctoral degree for which you have been recommended. Accordingly, you are vested with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining to that degree. Congratulations to you all. You did it!
Please be seated until your row is called. Thank you.
The following students will receive the Doctor of Philosophy: Abir Akiri, Department of Instructional Technology, hooded by Dr. Ying Ji. Mohammed Masood Alam, Department of Economics, hooded by Dr. Jeremy Groves and Dr. Carl Campbell. Raquez Al-Arara, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Wei Chung Hung. Rabib Al-Arifi, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Wei Chung Hung. Dalal Alpha Q, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Wei Chung Hung. Sir, do you have a card? Amma Joshwan. Rashid Asulaman. Elaf Al-Yassiri, Department of Geographic and Atmospheric Sciences, hooded by Dr. James Wilson. Leah Ames, School of Interdisciplinary Health Professions, hooded by Dr. Jean Isabel. Rami Aoyama, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Jessamine Cook Plagwitz. I think we're good. Dylan Blum, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Keith Millis. Thank you. Colleen Cannon Rufo, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Todd Reeves. Vera Chinbanda, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Melissa Fickling and Dr. Suzanne Degas-White. Stephen Klaus, Department of Political Science, hooded by Dr. Andrea Radasanu. Zena Dadouche, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Michelle Lilly. Benjamin Darnell, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. David Valentiner. Milivoj Dadividik, Department of Economics, hooded by Dr. Jeremy Groves and Dr. Carl Campbell. Nicole Dorio, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Michelle DeMarais. Jennifer Fife, Department of English, hooded by Dr. Melissa Adams Campbell. Deborah Philbin, School of Art and Design, hooded by Dr. Doug Broughton. Sandra Gavin, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Adam Carter. Sheik Huck, Department of Economics, hooded by Dr. Jeremy Groves. Ode Hazayama, Department of Mathematical Sciences, hooded by Dr. Jeffrey Thunder. Sarah Hemerick, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Holly Orcutt. Hal Hinderleiter, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Ying Ji. Michaela Hodges, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Michelle Lilly. Good morning. Maxwell Hoover, Department of English, hooded by Dr. David Gorman. Louis Haas, Department of Political Science, hooded by Dr. Andrea Radasanu. Shinyu Hu, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Alicia Santucci. Ruth Imoze, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Lisa Finkelstein. Megan Kenya, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. David Bridget. Ryan Kopatich, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Keith Millis. I'm good. How are you? Good. Congratulations. Kevin Kuzi, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Melissa Fickling. Sarah Lee, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Kevin Wu. Jasmine Martinez, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Alicia Santucci. Jennifer Milliken, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Michelle Lilly. Benita Nepal, Department of Biological Sciences, hooded by Dr. Barry Bodie. Lauren Orton, Department of Biological Sciences, hooded by Dr. Heather Bergen-Roller. Emily Paget, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Laura Pittman. Paramhansa Pramanik, Department of Mathematical Sciences, hooded by Dr. Alan M. Polanski. Jacob Preacher, Department of Mathematical Sciences, hooded by Dr. Alistair Fletcher. Anthony Reffy, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Holly Orcutt. Sarah Samuel, School of Interdisciplinary Health Professions, hooded by Dr. Ji Chen. Hi. Danielle Schneider Maldonado, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Ying Ji. Natasha Schnell, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Cynthia Campbell. Christian Stichu, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Keith Millis. Daniel Strissel, Department of Psychology, hooded by Dr. Julia Ogg. Joseph Tokosh, Department of Geographic and Atmospheric Sciences, hooded by Dr. Zhuwei Chen and Dr. Wei Lo. Haiping Zhu, Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, hooded by Dr. Tao Zhu. The following students will receive the Doctor of Education. Shainar Amanova, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Gudrun Nunt. Cynthia Armster, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Laverne Guyant and Dr. Vernice Edgehill Walden. Matthew Beesland, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Jigadan Hu. Janelle Bennett, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Laura Johnson and Dr. Jorge Heria. Jessica Barrick, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Carrie Cortegast. Monica Bailey Altergat, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Wilkins. Tashina Briggs, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Jiadan Hu. Soyani Chisholm, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Wilkins. Teresa Shez, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Lori Clark, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Matthew J. Clark, Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology, and Foundations, hooded by Dr. Kelly Summers. Lindsay Eichhorst, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Emmanuel Cadlas Esperanza Jr., Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Joel Phyllis, Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology, and Foundations, hooded by Dr. Benjamin Creed. Kathy Marie Freeman, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Laverne Guyan. Jason Good, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Laverne Guyan. Gregory Gordon, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Carrie Cortegast. Lee Helbert, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Jessica Hill Jones, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Gudrun Nyant. Christy Whitman Howell, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Bradley Bond. Sandra Ennis, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Carrie Cortegast. Antoinette Jones, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Laverne Guyan and Dr. Jorge Heria. Mindy Kinnaman, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Deborah Cractus, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Eugene Roth. Peter Kupfer, Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology and Foundations, hooded by Dr. Benjamin Creed. Misty Lyon, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Carrie Cortegast. Whitney Martino, Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology and Foundations, hooded by Dr. Benjamin Creed. Derek Miller, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Wilkins. Vida Newman, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. Jody Lampy. Natalie Page, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Gudrun Nyant. April Pickett, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Laverne Guyan. Mark Petrowski, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Elizabeth Pullman, Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology and Foundations, hooded by Dr. Benjamin Creed. Emily Reby, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Gudrun Nyant. Thank you so much. Ryan Reed, Department of Educational Technology, Research and Assessment, hooded by Dr. Wei-Chen Hung. Michelle Rothmeyer, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Jiadan Hu. Robert Shalkoff, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Eugene Roth. Diana Schill, Department of Leadership, Educational Psychology, and Foundations, hooded by Dr. Stephen Tonks. Carrie Janicki Schimmel, Department of Counseling and Higher Education, hooded by Dr. Katie Jekyll. Roland Steele, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. James Cohen. Sarah Westberg, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Wilkins. Amanda Wojcik, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, hooded by Dr. Elizabeth Wilkins. Sure, thank you. Teamwork. The following students will receive the Doctor of Physical Therapy. They will be hooded by Dr. M.J. Blashik. Daniel Blank, hooded by Savannah Barker. Got it. Casey Boyd. Jenna Crothers. Thank you. Brandon Cater. Got it. Kara Kuzer. Taylor Donaldson. Sarah Griffin. It's okay. Danielle Hughes. That's okay, we got it. Brittany Johnson. Tegan Young. Caitlin Kaufman. McKenna Kurth. Danielle Lencioni. Megan McConnell. Joni Barshinger. Jordan Messling. Rebecca Mohan. Michael Alexander Palamo. Grant Penzella. Aubrey Pertel. Caleb Pytel. Destiny Ritley. Nicholas Rivera. Noah Rivera. Kelsey Robers. Isamar Rodriguez. Patricia Sodova. Carrie Stakowitz. Caitlin Tursky. Jonathan Vavrina. Jamal Roker. The following students are receiving the Doctorate of Physical Therapy. They will be hooded by Dr. Dawn Brown. Keith Barnett. Kenneth Barnett, I'm sorry. Kenneth Barnett. The following students will receive the Doctor of Audiology. They will be hooded by Dr. King Chung. Maeve Derrig. Tran Do. Emily Lecture. Melissa Marco. Bryn Pond. Taylor St. Peter. Shannon Walsh. The following students will receive the Doctor of Audiology. They will be hooded by Dr. Mariah Shaney. Aaliyah Meyer. Jacinto Fragoso. Jennifer Huang. Lynn O'Boyle. The following students will receive the Doctor of Nursing Practice. Tochi Okazawa, School of Nursing, hooded by Dr. Katie Coulter. Raquel Temsvari, School of Nursing, hooded by Dr. Mary Hinchy.
On behalf of the faculty and leadership at NIU, I offer you my most sincere congratulations. As a result of your hard work, perseverance, imagination, and creativity, you have transitioned from being our students to being our colleagues. You have shown the ability to create new knowledge, to expand our artistic and creative horizons, and to address some of the most difficult problems that face us as a community, a nation, and a world. You have joined the community of scholars, and you should always be proud of the degrees you earned today. As you move into your careers, whether they be in academe, in public service, or in private enterprise, please remember that your education has also given you the responsibility to be an agent of change for our world. A fraction of the world's population earns a baccalaureate degree. A fraction of a fraction earns an advanced degree. We ask that you join with us, your faculty colleagues, in continuing to advance our knowledge of the world and the humans that inhabit it. Even as we celebrate your accomplishments, we look forward to your remarkable futures. As graduate advisors, our faculty have made a lifelong commitment to your success. We ask that you stay in touch with us and celebrate your status as NIU alums. Once a Husky, always a Husky. Congratulations again, and go Huskies!
Thank you, Provost Ingram. Please turn to the last page of your program and join us in singing our alma mater. Following the alma mater, we will dismiss the doctoral class of 2020 and 2021. The recessional line will go row by row from the front to the back, led by faculty marshals. Congratulations again. And we look forward to seeing the wonderful things that you all will accomplish. As you are able, please rise.